indeed. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, John Wick is rumored to be joining the Fortnite video game. Now, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's a rumor, bro. But come on. If you have that popping up right there where it says TikTok Mr. Wick and you've got the coin logo and everything for the hotel, it's pretty darn obvious that John Wick is coming to the Fortnite video game. I will pop up a picture right now so you can check that out. Let me know what you guys think of that skin. How do you like it, better or worse than the one that formerly was known as the John Wick skin, which is this one right here? For the longest time, I think this one's from season 6 or 5. I can't remember. Maybe it was 7. I'm pretty sure that it was part of season 5, but I'm not 100% certain. Regardless, this was known for the longest period of time as the John Wick skin, and now we're actually going to be getting an official one, which is awesome. So in preparation for that, I felt like it'd be appropriate to put together a little gameplay here, but I also want to discuss the whole theme and the whole concept of Fortnite doing crossovers with movies, and I want to hear your opinions as well. But first, let's run through the loadout that we have equipped here and the entire outfits. Of course, we have the John Wick skin. Then the only back bling that you possibly have is the awesome dog skin, which is very, very, very cool. The dog pet bling. Why did I say Pat? I don't know who Pat is, but there you go. So we've got the pet bling equipped. Then we've got the giant bunker basher, because it felt like it'd be appropriate, since if you remember in the John Wick movies, he used to break his into his like weapon stash using a big giant mallet, so I felt like that'd be appropriate. I felt like the high octane glider looks really cool and kind of John Wickish in terms of kind of like how his car looked, so I think that's fitting. And then the ballistics contrail felt like it'd be appropriate for him as well. So with that in mind, let's get it rocking and let's get rolling with the matchup. Don't forget, guys, by the way, if you can, please use supporter creator code TheBlitzwingers in the Fortnite item shop. Thank you so very much for the support, guys, and thank you to each and every single one of you that has already done so. So with that in mind, we're gonna get into a matchup here. And also, apparently, we're going to be getting actual challenges for the John Wick like crossover, which is super duper exciting. So I'm looking forward to making some videos for that. But here's the other thing I wanted to discuss today. And also, quick address here, because a few people asked me about week 1 challenges. Why didn't I make any videos for that? I just felt like all of them were pretty straightforward. There's really nothing difficult about them. So yeah, I just kind of thought like there's really no need for a guide for any of these. But regardless, let's focus up here. And what we're going to talk about is the whole Fortnite crossing over with different movies. I think it's an awesome idea. I like the crossover with Infinity War. I like the crossover with Endgame, especially because with Endgame, we actually got some skins, which was really cool. Of course, we got Black Widow and Star-Lord. But also, another detour here. We're going to be dropping to block, or as far as the quadrant, we're going to be dropping right here to J8. That's our destination, which if you do not know what that's all about, that's actually John Wick's house. It's in the game. How cool is that? Like, they went ahead and added it into the game. I think that's such a cool idea. And for me, personally, as someone who enjoys the John Wick movies, and I think that it's a really cool thing that we're getting these crossovers. I know some people could make the argument and make a very strong case for like saying, okay, well, I don't want to see Fortnite crossover with other things, but I feel like Fortnite is in this weird category anyways, where it's kind of like superseded video games, where it's so popular, even to this day, that it's in a weird genre of where it's like it crosses over with other things, just like many other things that are popular will cross over with many other brands. So it's a similar type of a relationship, I think, that Fortnite will have with many different movies or maybe even other TV shows and things like that going forward. So to me, I actually like it. I think it's a cool concept. I would love to see some other crossovers down the line. Like, for example, one that I could think of that would be similar to how we saw the Avengers crossover. It'd be terrific if they did something with Star Wars for episode 9. Maybe they could do like a Stormtrooper skin. I think that'd be really, really cool, especially because there are laser weapons in Fortnite. It's just in the Save the World mode. So I think it'd be kind of cool if for that event they brought in some sort of a laser blaster. And then, of course, it'd be really neat if they brought in the actual stormtroopers as a skin, or maybe they could do even a couple, like maybe the TIE fighter pilot which is like the black and red outfit, and then maybe one for like the more classic design. Regardless, there's definitely a lot of things that they could do, and I would love to see. So I'm a fan, and I think it'd be awesome if they did that. Okay, so I think somebody else landed here, so I do have to be conscientious of that. The coolest part about this, by the way, this house, is that I'll show you guys in a sec, is that they did replicate it to an extent to what we see in the actual movie. So if we go down here, right here, if you remember the movie, when John Wick digs up the weapon stash, they did the exact same thing. How cool is that? It's so cool that they actually did include that. I think that's a pretty neat Easter egg there to be included in this particular area. So not only did they do a pretty good job of replicating the actual house, they went ahead and included some really cool little Easter eggs like that one. Okay. So I do need to be careful here because I don't know where that person flew, but I swear there's another person that landed with me. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Clearly. It seems like I'm wrong because I don't see anyone. Not even all the way out there, which is a little interesting. I thought that's where that person would have gone, but I don't see them. So I guess it is what it is. Maybe I imagined that? But what I was getting at is that I think that in certain scenarios it makes sense for them to do these types of crossovers. And ultimately, what I always have a hard time understanding is why is it that if somebody does not like this, why can't you just simply not purchase the skin or don't? Well, I guess the only argument you could make for it is that people are upset about the weapon because they included the John Wick new SMG because that actually affects gameplay. So I understand that argument. But outside of that, if it's about the skin or anything like that, why not just don't buy the skin? That's it. It's that simple. If you dislike it that much, I feel like you can simply make your opinion known by going on ahead and not buying the actual thing that they're trying to sell you. Because if enough people do that enough times, then they'll see okay, these crossovers are not worth it, and they won't do them. So I'm a little confused by that logic. At old times, it was always if you just don't like it, just don't buy it. That's it. It's that simple. That's why I was confused by the people who were absolutely hating on the Star-Lord and Black Widow skin. I was like, you don't have to purchase it. It's just there as an option. It's not like you're being forced to, and somebody's telling you must buy the skin or else, So I don't know. Maybe it's the people who are completionists or something like that with their skins, so they're getting annoyed that they didn't want those designs. I really don't know what or why you would be that particularly vehemently against the addition of skins that are based on movies. Because for me, I actually think it's a really cool idea. I love the concept. I love that if you start thinking ahead, you start thinking okay, what other movies could they do this with? Of course, it won't make sense with all movies because people are going to be well, they should do something with Godzilla. And I'm like, maybe, but it doesn't make much sense because what do you do with Godzilla? What are you going to have a Godzilla skin running around? Although now, as I'm saying that, it does sound legitimately pretty epic. If you could run as a giant Godzilla around the map, which you can kind of sort of do using the... oops, I thought that they slid down. You can kind of do with the... remember the dinosaur roar skin? So maybe you could kind of do that already to an extent. So it's sort of included in the game. But I just think it'd be really, really, really cool if we saw some other crossovers down the line. Now, that is where I wanted to hear your opinions on and thoughts as well. So let me know down in the comment section below. What do you think would be another cool movie coming out, let's say this or next year? So let's not look way, way into the future. People are well, what Avatar? It's yeah, but those movies, we don't even know when the heck they're coming out. So pick movies that are relatively popular because unfortunately, I don't think they're going to do a crossover with anything that's below a $100-200 million maybe budget, so although I don't even know if John Wick is at that budget level, but regardless, it has to be probably a movie of a certain popularity for them to even consider doing a skin or a crossover. So I would love to hear from you guys. What do you think would fit that bill? Like I said, I think that Star Wars would make sense, especially because they've already done the Endgame promotion. So that was with Disney. So it's kind of they obviously have some sort of a working relationship with the Disney company at this point. So I feel like it's more likely that they would do something like that with them again, and the Stormtroopers would make perfect sense. I know people would say oh, but I'd love to see Yoda or those characters, but they usually use hand-to-hand combat, they use the lightsabers, so they don't really make particularly a lot of sense for Fortnite. But the stormtroopers, on the other hand, they make perfect sense. So I think that's the most likely next crossover that we see. Or who knows? Maybe John Wick is the last time that we see any big crossover between Fortnite and something else. That's definitely a possibility as well. Like, it's not... Okay, sorry guys. Gotta focus up. Looks like there's another fight. I'm so confused. Not even in the zone yet. Where's this other player? Ow, 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 build. Sorry that I went silent, guys. I had to try hard there because, you know, things weren't looking particularly great for us for a hot minute there. But, as you saw, that's the new John Wick gun as well, which is pretty legitimately awesome. And overall, like I said before, I'm very, very happy that they're doing these crossovers because, again, to me, I always know that if I don't want a crossover or if I don't like a crossover that they did, I just won't buy that skin. But if we can get something really cool from a movie franchise or something like that to cross over into Fortnite, especially when it concerns movies that we don't have other video games for, like if we had a John Wick game, it would be kind of different because it's like, well, you could just play the John Wick video game at that point. But because we don't, it almost feels like in some way, by including the skins in these particular, or in this particular game of Fortnite, it's almost like we get to have, in some way, shape, or form, kind of a John Wick video game, which I think is pretty awesome. So for me, I'm glad they're doing these crossovers, and I hope they continue, especially with, again, movies that make sense. Although, again, I'd be open to even stuff that maybe I don't particularly care for. Like, if the movie's not something that I'm interested in, I'm just not going to buy that skin. And I have no issue with them and still including it in the game. But I'd really love to hear your opinions and thoughts. So let me know down in the comment section below. And for now, let's focus up here for the latter half because we still have a whole lot of troubles to deal with. Okay, so I love how I thought I switched into wood to build and I'm still building with metal. It's like, what the heck, man? There we go. Where was that from? That sounded awfully close. I'm not gonna lie, that sounded really, 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 really freaking close. Okay, do you think there's somebody else using this? Because I would venture to say that would be a yes. Okay. So it looks like the mountain might be like the most ideal spot if I could get up there. Because then we could recoup some of our mats as well. I think that would be nice. Yeah, at this point I should be able to glide across. And still have enough time to be able to collect some materials. Okay. Get across there. Ooh, ballers, yes. Can you imagine? Confirmed, John Wick's gonna be riding in a baller. Dang, that sounds real close. Where's that fight? Ooh! Sounds real close. Wow. This is why I don't understand this new infantry rifle. Like, I feel like I'm just probably misusing this thing. Because I'm just terrible with any sort of accuracy with this thing. For the most part, I would say. I tend to miss a lot. Okay. I don't think he knows that I'm up here. Whoa, what the heck was that? Okay. I guess we'll just wait for him. Holy moly, there's a lot of people down here now. Everybody's pushing for this spot. Which is fine. What the heck? I cannot believe that I missed everything there. That was pretty pathetic. But somehow we did miss. Okay, we're gonna need to move it. Time to use the most overpowered vehicle in this game. The baller. I mean, I'm definitely on the same side that most people are as far as them, like, wanting them to take out the ballers. But in the meantime, I feel like, you know what? Because for a while there, I had, like, a hard rule against being like, well, if I don't like the ballers, I'm not going to use them. But the problem is everybody else still uses them. So it's like, and I would say not just uses them, abuses them, because they're so freaking broken. So I was really annoyed. So I got to the point where I was like, you know what? I might as well use them as well, because otherwise, it's like, they're going to get used against me anyway, so I might as well be having some sort of benefit. Okay, I think he's either in the baller. What the heck? Like, there's for sure a player right there. What in the heck? Did I just completely miss him? Or her? I'm so confused. Like, I'm legitimately confused. How far is the storm gonna come? Stop, 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 stop. Don't go any further. No! Darn it. Okay. Did a little bit of damage. Now we're just gonna hide out. Oh, camper! Camp alert! I think I might have an enemy down there. Yep. Sure do. We sure do. I swear, this infantry rifle is just... It's good, but I don't know. I just feel like it's so much easier to spam fire with the SCAR. I mean, that's probably true because it's got a completely different fire rate, but still. Okay, so there's a person there, there's a person there, there's a person there. There's also a person there. So I've got 4 out of the other 5 figured out. Yikes. Well, I took 1 shot. That was worth something. Whoa! RPGs incoming. Somebody just got eliminated. Alright, here we go. Oh, yo, 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 yo. What the heck? I did not know that there was a... Wow. Well, don't I feel like a buffoon? I swear I did not know that that was there. I legitimately feel like such a buffoon. Grenade. Nah, I have to keep that. Okay. Whoa. Chill out. Holy moly. That was a little accurate. I should have probably grabbed those smoke grenades. I'm gonna try to rotate if I can. I should have probably glided. Or glid. Is that a word? English second language. That's what happens. Uh-oh. What? I swear the zip lines have been so broken for a while. What the heck? I'm just hanging by a thread at this point. Or a thread is even more correct. Okay. We'll go up. And of course I get knocked into the one spot that I did not want to. Ooh, that was too close. I cannot do that again. That was far too close. Oh wait, that's the last player. Oh, I did not even realize that. Whoa! Just gonna carve. Ooh, this is so intense. Holy moly. Of course I'm out of mats. I'm out of mats! Darn it. That is the lamest way to win. Ah, that's so frustrating. But a pretty good run, all things considered. Wow, that person had 9 limbs? Holy moly. Well, gotta give it up to him. Congratulations, my friend. So there you guys have it. That was the absolutely chaotic video here for the discussion about the John Wick skin. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe. And I do indeed hope to catch you guys here next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.